Families often have to care for their loved ones as long as possible on their own. But there comes a day when it is no longer realistic and assisted living or nursing home care is the only choice. This is another forgotten trauma. When you have to decide to put your loved one in a nursing home, it can be devastating for many, to say the least, and the emotional and financial burdens cannot be understated.
So I could not really take care of her anymore. With the doctor's recommendation, he said it was time for her to be in a nursing home.
Having a placement in a nursing home is one of the most devastating decisions that they have to make. And it's tough, it's a tough decision. Sometimes, in my opinion, they probably wait too long.
My four sister-in-laws said, "Lou, you can't do this. You got to take her to a nursing home." And I felt real guilty. In fact, I still feel a little guilty in a way, although it's better for her.
You're again caught in an emotional turmoil because it's like, I'm taking my mom and throwing her in this place. It brings back all these things that you've seen in movies. Locked away in a dungeon, a dark, cold place, being mistreated.
When she went in there, it just devastated me, you know. And I was worried about the care because, you know, you hear so many things about these nursing homes.
No nursing home is that great. They were shorthanded many times. I would help feed her. I would help change her even, because a lot of times there was just like one aide at night. I would offer to help and they were glad that I would help.
I myself, years ago, when I could walk into the first floor of a nursing home, but unless you've gone up on the second floor, you won't know. You have to make quite a thorough, inspection. And I think the average person is a little intimidated by that. I try to make people not be so fearful and anxious about nursing home placement. I will explain to them what it's like, what they do, and what to look for in a nursing home, and usually give them a list, point out the ones that I feel are the best in this area. And I've even helped place many people in nursing homes, and they've done very well.
I wanted it to be clean. I wanted it to smell good. I wanted to see the staffing. I wanted to talk to patients. I wanted to talk to family members. I wanted to know more than just what the foyer looked like. I wanted to see the halls. I wanted to see the people eating. I wanted to know what kind of food they were served. I wanted behind the scenes. Don't just let me in the door.
I was looking for the ratio of aides and nurses to the patient. I was looking at the facilities in their dining room, in their kitchens, and whether there was enough social activities going on that he could maybe take part in anything that he wanted to.
We found a lot of activity going on in this one nursing home. A lot of stimulus, a lot of activities. Playing games, walking with each other down the hall. The staff encouraged it.
I went to at least 12 nursing homes. When you walk in, I'm looking for the odor. That's the first thing I notice when you walk down the hall, if there's any odor around. And the minute I walked in there, they took me around. There was no odor or anything else, and the nurses were very friendly. I said right away, this is the place for me. So it took about 3 weeks before they had an opening for me.
We finally got her into that nursing home. And then things got to be better. At first, she wanted to go home all the time. She'd say, "When are we going home? When am I going home? When am I going home?" After a while, she became adjusted to it. She became friendly with the staff and things like that. And it was the greatest place for her to be.
You could eat off the floor, and there's no horrible odor like there is in most nursing homes. The food is so good that I tried to take a little bit of Bob's pie one time, and he went and jabbed me with a fork. They put up with more than you can imagine. In fact, my husband would go here for 6 to 8 weeks without taking a shower or shaving. It got to the point where nobody wanted to come to my house. Over there, they have to sedate him twice a week just to get him in the shower.
For me, the most important thing is a nursing home that you can go visit. You got to be able to go visit mom and dad, because that's really what they want. They want to see you. The more you visit, the more the nurses see you, the more that they know that you're involved. I really think that's when you're going to be getting the best care. But the next thing that you really should do is find a nursing home that will give your loved one respect. They've been through wars, maybe the Depression, seen family members die. They deserve to be treated with respect.
An invaluable ally on a family's team must be an attorney with expertise in elder law. The unfortunate truth is that there is an endless amount of misinformation, confusion, and incompetence in all areas, from legal to medical to governmental. A family's burden can be substantially lightened from the peace of mind of having specific legal counsel.
The expense was unbelievable. I couldn't believe how much they did cost. And then when you do get there, then there is a lot of hidden expenses that you are billed for and you are expected to pay. I just think that we need to take better care of our elderly, and what do we do for people who can't afford it?
And for some reason, they think that the most expensive nursing home is the best, and generally it's not.
I had an attorney. He tried to do the best thing. He didn't know anything. He even told me he was going to go to a seminar.
And a lot of the attorneys will tell them that there's no help available, or they don't know what to do, or they tell them something but they really don't know how to implement a plan. And that really, it's not their fault, it's just that they don't know, and they don't know where to turn.
I wouldn't say that the social worker that I dealt with was as helpful as I wish she would have been. She kind of just said, well, go ahead and do this.
Would you go to the IRS and have them fill out your income tax? You know, I mean, that makes sense, you know.
I made so many mistakes that I didn't even know I was making because I think I trust Social Security. Well, they gave me the wrong form. I hear I'd done all this legwork and I was spinning my wheels and I was still going in the wrong direction. So I firmly, through my experience, would recommend an elder care attorney to anyone.
You just can't go to a book and learn this stuff. You have to live it. You have to live it. You have to be with the families. You have to go through what the families have gone through.
I was very ignorant in the laws of nursing care, Medicaid, Medicare. I heard all these stories about what you had to do before you could get any assistance, financial assistance of any kind.
The areas of law that our families are faced with nursing home, it's such a complex area. And if you don't specialize, you're going to miss stuff. I was a lawyer for probably 10 years doing wills and trusts before I even heard about Medicaid planning. I was in court every single day and I went to the seminars all the time. I read the books on it. Nobody even knew that Medicaid planning or VA planning was even available.
I thought if she got approved for Medicaid that they could send her anywhere. They could send her to Toledo, or they could send her to downriver, wherever there's a Medicaid bed. And I wasn't going to have none of that.
They're deathly afraid of Medicaid nursing homes, and it's such an unwarranted fear. You go into the nursing home, we can get you on Medicaid, we can protect your life savings.
Nobody from Medicaid tells me what to do. I haven't even talked to anybody.
It's vitally necessary to, even at the level we were at, to set up an estate planning, power of attorney, patient advocate, a will. It cuts a lot of red tape.
What a medical and a financial power of attorney is a document that says, hey, I pick somebody to help me make my medical decisions if I can't make them. I pick someone that can go to the bank for me and sell my car if I need to and do my tax returns. And if you don't have those documents, you have to get involved with the probate court. Probate court isn't the nastiest place in the world, but it's so much easier if you can do it without having the court involved.
And if you have problems with staff at these places, nursing homes, hospitals, independent living, whatever it is, you've got the power to request, demand information. To be ignorant going into this, you're not doing your loved one a favor.